Hello, and welcome to Tensegrity Adventures. Today I'm going to show you how to build this Cubo-Octahedron using these half-peg tendons and paper drinking straws. These are available for purchase on Etsy, if you think you might like to give it a try. All right, so this Cubo-Octahedron has 12 struts, and so we're going to need 12 of these tendons. And the example I have here that's already built is gold, but we're going to build a red one since Valentine's Day is coming up. All right. First of all, we have to separate the tendons from each other. They come connected together. Okay, so we have all the tendons cut apart, and now we're going to mark these straws for cutting. These particular straws happen to be 196 millimeters long, so we're going to use the 65.3 millimeter. Okay, now you can see that after I cut these, the end gets a little squished. So we use this reamer, 5.7 millimeter reamer, to make that a nice round hole again. And so we want to do that on all of them. I actually do it even on the tips that did not get cut, because that way all the straw holes are the same diameter and they will play nicely with the tendons when we get ready to assemble. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I like to take advantage of the symmetry that, kind of looking at it like this, you can see a square here facing you. There's another square facing me. So if I turn it over, you'll see this square and I'm looking at your square. And we could take advantage of that radial symmetry and make this square to start with, and then work our way around until we get back to this square. That's kind of the plan. And so we'll make 4 of these guys to start. Now it turns out that these tensegrities have a property called chirality, which just is a fancy way of saying that there's a left-handed version and a right-handed version. I'm going to end up making, I believe, a left-handed version today. And so I put the straw, the tip of this straw, in the middle of that straw, and I'm going to work my way around like that and make a square. So now I've got 3 sides to the square, and now I'm coming back around to the beginning. And I've got this square shape like this. Okay, so we start with squares, and you can see that if I have a square here, then the corner of each square is connected to the corner of a triangle. And the whole shape is like that. So there are triangles and squares, and the vertices of the triangles always connect to the vertices of squares and vice versa. So we know that if we've been making a square here, that right here I'm going to need a triangle. So I'm going to start with the middle. You can see that there's some, there are 4 half pegs that don't have a straw on them yet, And those are going to take the next tendons that will let us make 4 triangles to connect to this square. Okay, I got 4 of these guys. So now I've got this empty tendon right here. I'm going to just connect it like that. And you can see now I have a square and a triangle. And now I'm going to make the other 3 triangles. And I like to just work my way around in an orderly circle. So I do this triangle, then I do this triangle. Next I'm going to do that triangle. It's easier to keep track of where you are. And this one's not so bad, but some of the bigger complex tensegrities, you can definitely get lost. And you can get lost on this one too. Okay, now I have a square with 4 triangles around it, just like you see on this guy. Okay, so we just made 4 triangles, so now we have to make 4 more squares. So we'll prepare 4 more tendons. Okay, so again, we look for these middle tendon half pegs that need a straw. And those are the ones we're going to work with. So we're going to put a straw here and bring it across to there to make this square right there. And then work our way around and make the rest of the squares. And again, I like to pick a direction, clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever, and follow around. And it's easier to avoid getting lost. Okay, now I have all the tendons in there, and I can see that I have a tendon end right here that looks like it wants to go there, and I have a square here, and so that means this must be a triangle, so that is the right thing to do, to just connect this tendon I already have in there like that to make a triangle like that. And I'm just going to work my way around and make all those triangles like this. And voila, I'm done. That is a Cubo-Octahedron tensegrity made with the half pig DPU tendons, 3D printed and designed in Oceanside, California by Tensegrity Adventures. So now if you'd like to add a hanger, the kits include these little hanger clip-ons that have a little slot in there that you just clip onto the tendons. You can kind of feel them clip on there. And then if you want to hang your tensegrity up, It will hang nicely in the window or wherever you want to hang it.